As always, it is so great to have you here, and I hope you're staying safe and healthy out there. Anyways, it is finally Friday, and today we've got a great recipe to kick off this weekend. We're talking a Spanish zucchini and cheese omelet. This is known as una tortilla de calabacín y queso. Now the beauty of this recipe, besides the fact that it's easy to make and made with the simplest ingredients, is the technique on how we're going to cook and prep the zucchini, as it's going to end up with no mush, giving this omelet the most incredible texture and flavor. Folks, this is the perfect omelet for any meal of the day, breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and always serve next to a crunchy baguette for the ultimate dining experience. Alright, let's begin by getting our ingredients ready. I'm going to grab 2 medium-sized zucchinis that have already been washed and patted dry, and cutting each one into small bite-sized pieces. And as you can see, I'm leaving the skins on the zucchini as it adds more nutrients and flavors, but if you like, you can peel the zucchinis. Then we'll add the chopped zucchini into a colander with a bowl underneath. And we'll season the zucchini with sea salt and let it sit there for about 10 minutes. By using this technique, that salt's going to extract the water out of the zucchini. That way later on when you cook it, it's not mushy and it keeps its beautiful firm texture. As for the rest of the ingredients to prepare, I'm going to roughly chop 2 medium-sized onions and thinly slice 3 cloves of garlic. For the next step, I'm going to heat a large non-stick fry pan with a medium heat. Then add in 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, which is 45 milliliters. Important to use the good stuff here, as this is what truly flavors the entire omelet. Link where you can get the Spanish one I'm using from the Georgetown Olive Oil Company in the description box below. After a couple minutes, we'll add in the chopped onion and garlic. Then we'll mix the ingredients around, that way they're all coated in the olive oil. And since we cut the onion and garlic into larger pieces, you don't have to mix this around continuously, but do get in there every minute or so, that way everything evenly sautés. In the meantime, I'm going to crack in 6 large eggs into a large bowl. As always, I'm using cage-free organic eggs here, but you can use whatever eggs you like. But like I always tell you, recipes that are this simple, the higher the quality ingredients, the better the overall flavors. Then we'll season the eggs with sea salt and freshly cracked black pepper. And we'll whisk it together until it's well mixed. Then we'll finally shred 1 cup of cheese, which is 120 grams, and add it into the bowl with the whisked eggs. I'm using a Spanish Manchego here that's been aged for 6 months, but you can use whatever cheese you like. Though I do recommend using Manchego here, as it truly gives this omelet that beautiful lift of Spanish goodness. And we'll mix the shredded cheese with the whisked eggs. Okay, let's move back to the fry pan. After 5 to 6 minutes, and the onion is nice and translucent, and that garlic is beautifully fragrant, it's time to add in the zucchini. I'm going to transfer the zucchini over some paper towels. Pat it completely dry. This is to remove any of the excess water that's been extracted. And add it into the fry pan. Then we'll mix the zucchini around, that way it's well mixed with the rest of the ingredients. And once again, you don't have to mix this around continuously, but do get in there every minute or so, that way everything evenly sautés. After 3 to 4 minutes, and the zucchini is lightly sautéed, we'll season everything with freshly cracked black pepper. No need to add salt here, as that zucchini's already been salted. And we'll give it one final mix. Then remove the pan from the heat and transfer everything into the bowl with the egg mixture. And we'll give it a mix until it's well mixed together, and then let it sit there for a few minutes, that way the flavors can develop. In the meantime, I'm going to heat the same fry pan with a low-medium heat. Important to use a lower heat when you're cooking your omelet, otherwise it's going to brown too quickly on the outside and not fully cook in the inside. And I'm going to drizzle in 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil, which is 15 milliliters. After a couple minutes, we'll add in our egg and zucchini mixture. And you want to make sure that it's on a flat layer. After 4 to 5 minutes, it's time to flip the omelet to cook the other side. And you can run a spatula through the outer edges of the omelet just to ensure it's not sticking to the pan. Anyways, to flip the omelet, it's a very simple technique. You want to use a plate that's slightly smaller than the pan, place it over the omelet, and in one swift move, flip the pan into the plate. Then we'll slide the omelet back into the pan. Oh, it slipped out of my hands. You know what? This stuff happens once in a while. It just proves that I'm human. It's okay, I'm going to show you how to fix this. You just want to push down on the omelet. That way all the ingredients are evenly spread around. And using the back of a spatula, we'll compact it from the outer edges towards the center. This is what gives it that classic rounded edge. And we'll go for another 4 to 5 minutes until the eggs are just cooked through. After 9 to 10 minutes and the eggs are just cooked through, this omelet's ready to go. And I do tell you the bottom part of the omelet's going to be a lot nicer since the top part has some jagged spots to it. No big deal. We'll gently flip the omelet again. And then once again, using the back of the spatula, we'll compact it towards the center, which is what gives it that classic rounded edge. Then we'll remove the pan from the heat and slide it into a serving dish. Check it out, Tortilla de Calabacín y Queso, Spanish zucchini and cheese omelet. Super easy to make, the simplest ingredients, and all done in just 30 minutes. Let's give it a try and see how it turned out. Once again, folks, tortilla de calabacín y queso, and I tell you, I can't believe the plate slipped out of my hands when I was flipping it, but once again, it proves that I'm human, and it's things that happen, but I showed you how to fix it, and it still looks beautiful. But the most important thing, let's see how it tastes. Here we go. I'm teleporting it to you. Once again, the flavor is the most important part. Those eggs are beautifully cooked, they're nice and juicy, not overcooked at all. The zucchini is nice and firm with no mush, and that manchego cheese taking this to the next level. Give it a try at home. Once again, perfect for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and always next to a crunchy baguette for the ultimate dining experience. Really quick before I go, a shout out to a couple of my patrons, Mary B. Markovich, Michael Macaulay, Ronald Kemp, and Stephen Riggs. And guys, thank you so much for being patrons of Spain on a Fork. You know how much I appreciate you. If you enjoyed today's video, hit that like button. Leave me a comment below, and if you're not subscribed, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and click on the bell icon. That we can get notified every time I release new content and to become a part of the Spain on a Fork family. Till the next time, hasta luego. I can't believe it slipped out of my hands. But it's happened before, but when it's filmed, it's a little bit more embarrassing. But once again, we fixed it and it looks absolutely beautiful in the flavor. Hasta luego.